Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned myself into the iconic, the classic, the sassy, everybody's favorite line, Scar. My face is quite dry, so I'm going to moisturize with Huda Beauty's Honey Balm Moisturizer. The feel of this moisturizer is interesting, like silicone, but it does make my skin feel really smooth, and I like that. Throughout the look, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Sandstone palette. This palette has gorgeous warm earth tones that I feel will be perfect for this look. I apply P.Louise base to my eyes to prep it for eyeshadow. After I apply it, I let it dry down for about a minute. That way it thickens up and becomes a little bit tacky so the eyeshadow applies better. I'm applying the shade Templeton to my crease and outer V. I then blend it out so it's not so harsh. I place the shade Big Beaut above it as my transition color and blend it out as well. This is not a step that requires perfect blending, so I'm just going to get the gist of it done and move on. Once it's blended out more or less to my liking, I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow and further define the crease. I then repeat all these steps on the other eye. I'm going to apply a small amount of base and buff it out with a small fluffy blending brush up to my crease. Next, I apply westward over the base, packing it on, and apply the shade Big Beaut to the outer V of my eye, my crease, and across my lash line. Using an angled brush and black eyeshadow, I'm going to tight line my lash line and blend the edges of the black eyeshadow into the orange. Eyeliner pen, I apply a thin line of black across my lash line and V it out in the inner corners of my eye. Using Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 4, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows using hair-like brush strokes and overarch my eyebrow. The higher arches help achieve that villainous, evil look. I add more definition to the eyebrow by going in with the eyeliner pen and doing hair-like strokes. Using two different shades for the eyebrow when filling them in will help give it a more natural, fuller looking appearance. In normal everyday looks, I do prefer this two-toned brow method because my eyebrows are really sparse and I like them to look full. I skip a section towards the arch of my brow and continue filling in the tail. The section I skipped will be where I'm placing the scar. Using makeup remover, I remove any excess product from the gap I had left. I clean up the brow using P.Louise base, and once the base is applied, I continue blending the eyeshadow up into the base. Using the burnt orange shade from earlier, I also start bringing that shade down the sides of my nose, but only a third of the way for now. We're now going to get into the rest of the face. Using a Q-tip with some makeup remover, I'm going to line up the edge of the eyeshadow with the beginning of my eyebrows. I start drawing out a line under my lower lash line and curve it upwards, following the curvature of my eye socket to meet the tail of my eyebrow. For the nose, I begin by sketching out a large V shape and extend it out past my nostrils. The highest point of the V should be in line with the inner corner of your eyes. Sketch out a U shape starting from the inner top part of your nostril and around your nasal labial fold. Connect the bottom and top part of the nostril with a curved edge. Now I sketch out a smaller V parallel to the V I sketched earlier, if that makes sense, and repeat the nostril on the other side. I then connect the top corner of the nostril to the inner corner of the sketched out eye shape. Now sketching out the shape of the muzzle, sketching a curved line down from the middle of the nose bridge all the way down to my chin. Now sketching out the hairline, making a deep V for his widow's peak. Once you bring the hairline out to the temples, go ahead and slightly curve it outwards so you can start forming his cheeks, or cheek fur. I'm using my Benefit Cosmetics Hello Happy foundation stick to face paint, since I'm not going to use actual face paint for this, just trying to use what I have on hand. Treating this like a coloring book, I'm going to blend out the foundation using a small brush, making sure I stay inside the lines. After I am filled in how I would like, I am taking a larger facial brush and an orangish tan eyeshadow, and I am applying it everywhere that I just applied the foundation. That way I get a nice orange tone for the fur. And now, using the eyeshadow a couple shades darker than what I applied over my face, I filled in the eyes. I smoke out the lower lash line with a black eyeshadow, and then I tightline the waterline with Huda Beauty's Lifeliner eyeliner using the pencil side. Using the other side, I am going to create a small wing to complete this cat eye. I am now filling in the muzzle area using Ben Nye's Clown White face paint. Once applied, I use a blending sponge to blend out any brush strokes. I then apply a beige shadow all over the white. I carefully fill in the nose using a small square flat brush. Once I get to the nostrils, I switch to an eyeliner brush to fill in. That way I have more precision and control. I highlight above the nose using Ben Nye's Clown White face paint using upwards brush strokes. Using a precision paintbrush, I'm going to begin outlining around the nose, muzzle, and cheeks. The black line work helps achieve that cartoony animated effect. I outline around the eyes as well. All the empty space I fill in with black face paint. For the hairline, I do paint on little hairs using hair-like brush strokes, and then I fill in the rest of the space with black face paint. Here I am adding blush, so I have some more color variation in the face so it isn't as flat looking. And using white face paint, I am adding highlights and detailing around the cheek fur pieces, the hairline, and the inner parts of the muzzle, just so this look has some more dimension. And then I set my face with a little bit of setting powder and begin adding even more dimension by contouring around the forehead with a brown eyeshadow. For the mouth, I just draw a line down from the tip of the nose and I shade in a small triangle shape on the tip of my lip. I paint on small lines coming from the outer corner of my mouth as opposed to across the entire lip like some cat looks do. I just feel this looks better. I draw in the scar in the gap we had left earlier using white face paint, which I then mimic on the bottom part of the eye. Real quick, hopping back to the nose, I'm going to shade in the bridge using a brown eyeshadow. I'm going to add highlight because why not? Scar is basically a queen. And I'm going to add some more shading around these highlighted areas and around the nose bridge just so it looks like my eyes are a little bit deeper set. And you know, like I keep saying, add dimension. Gotta highlight the brows, babe. And I'm now finishing the scar. I just filled it in with some pink eyeshadow and I'm using a little bit of fake blood for the red so it looks a little fresh, and then I outline the edges with black face paint. Go ahead and pop on some sassy lashes. I'm going to go pop in my other contact lens, but before I do, look at this contact, it's gorgeous. I'll put the link in the description. Zada za, the queen. has arrived. Yes! So here's the finished look. I feel like I absolutely bodied this look. No cap. If understanding the assignment was a person, it would be me. It is the locks, the missing eye, the teeth. It's everything for me. I did a good job, if I do say so myself. Also, the young King Simba says hello. He's hoping you're having a spooky and safe October. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. Because if you're not subscribed, you are missing out. And also, if you don't follow me on IG, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at O'Malley so you never miss a beat. Until next time, Malley Cats.